Welcome to the story of the Urantia book. Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the limits of human understanding? Do you feel that there might be something greater, something cosmic, guiding the course of the universe and our very lives? The mysteries of the cosmos, the nature of God, and the destiny of humanity have always been subjects of deep fascination. Yet one book, shrouded in mystery and intrigue, claims to answer these eternal questions. This is the story of the Urantia book, a book that has captivated the minds of scholars, philosophers, and spiritual seekers alike. The origin of a cosmic revelation. In the bustling streets of Chicago in the early 1920s, an event occurred that would change the course of history. Dr. William Sadler, a renowned psychiatrist with a keen interest in the paranormal, found himself at the heart of an extraordinary mystery. One of his patients, whose identity remains unknown to this day, exhibited an unusual phenomenon that piqued Sadler's curiosity. While in a deep sleep, the patient would speak eloquently, discussing profound topics that seemed far beyond the realm of his everyday knowledge. Sadler, who was initially skeptical of such phenomena, couldn't ignore the intellectual depth of the patient's words. How could someone who lacked formal training in theology or philosophy speak with such clarity on complex cosmic and spiritual matters? What was even more bewildering was the fact that the patient had no recollection of his spoken words once he awoke. It was as if these revelations were not his own. A message from beyond the stars. As Sadler and his colleagues delved deeper into this strange occurrence, they began to realize that the patient was not merely reciting his own thoughts. The messages he spoke seemed to come from a higher, unknown source, beings far beyond human comprehension. These entities, they believed, were sharing profound knowledge about the structure of the cosmos, the nature of divinity, and the destiny of human souls. This was not just a random stream of consciousness, but an organized, coherent, and intricate cosmology, offering insights into the nature of the universe that seemed far ahead of its time. The patient, in his altered state of consciousness, was serving as a medium for a higher intelligence, channeling messages that would soon be transcribed and published as a revelation. The birth of the Urantia book. In 1955, after years of meticulous documentation, the Urantia book was finally published by the Urantia Foundation. This monumental work, spanning over 2,000 pages, is divided into four main parts: the nature of supreme reality, the structure of spiritual worlds, the history of Earth, or Urantia, as it is referred to in the book, and a detailed account of the life and mission of Jesus Christ. The book's content was so vast, so comprehensive, that it left readers in awe and confusion, struggling to comprehend the depth of its teachings. Scholars and spiritual seekers who encountered the book found themselves at a crossroads. Some were drawn to its intricate cosmology, believing that it provided answers to the most profound mysteries of existence. Others were more skeptical, questioning its origins and authenticity. Was the Urantia book a divine revelation from higher intelligences, or was it the work of human imagination created to explore cosmic ideas that no one had dared to put into words before? A cosmic map of the universe. One of the most captivating aspects of the Urantia book is its detailed description of the universe. Unlike anything that had been written before, it presents a grand and intricate cosmic structure. The universe is not a random chaos, but a highly organized, purposeful system governed by superintelligences. At the center of this vast structure lies the eternal universe, surrounded by 7 superuniverses, each containing billions of inhabited worlds. Our own planet, Earth, or Urantia, is just a small speck in this grand cosmic design. The book describes a hierarchy of spiritual beings who oversee the evolution of the cosmos, from the lowest orders of existence to the highest celestial intelligences. According to the Urantia book, the universe is a living organism, constantly evolving and developing, with humanity playing a significant role in this grand cosmic plan. A new vision of God and the cosmos. But what makes the Urantia book so enigmatic is its portrayal of God and the divine. Unlike traditional religious texts that describe God in vague and often contradictory terms, the Urantia book provides a detailed vision of divinity, presenting God as the ultimate source of all life and the universe itself as a reflection of divine order. God, according to the book, is not distant or abstract, but actively involved in the affairs of the universe, guiding the evolution of all living beings. The book introduces a new way of understanding God, a living, dynamic force that is both transcendent and immanent. It speaks of a divine thought adjuster within every human being, guiding the soul towards spiritual enlightenment and eventual union with the divine. This inner divine spark, the book suggests, is the key to understanding our true nature and our role in the cosmic order. The life and mission of Jesus Christ. Perhaps one of the most profound and controversial aspects of the Urantia book is its depiction of Jesus Christ. Far from the traditional Christian narrative, the book presents Jesus as an incarnation of a much higher being, known as Michael of Nebadon. His divine mission, according to the Urantia book, was not just to teach love and compassion, but to experience life as a human being, understanding fully the challenges and struggles of mortal existence. The book provides a detailed biography of Jesus, including his childhood, travels, and teachings. It offers new insights into his early years, suggesting that he may have studied various spiritual traditions, including those of India and Egypt, before beginning his public ministry. The Urantia book also challenges traditional Christian doctrines, such as the concept of original sin and the necessity of Jesus' crucifixion for salvation. Instead, it presents Jesus' death as a tragic event, not part of a divine plan, but a consequence of human ignorance and fear, a cosmic mystery and its impact. For many, the Urantia book represents a cosmic revelation, a map of the universe that challenges our understanding of existence. It proposes that the universe is not a random accident, but a living, purposeful creation, governed by higher intelligences. It suggests that humanity is part of a grand cosmic evolution, and that our destiny is not just to survive on this small planet, but to ultimately ascend to higher realms of existence, becoming part of a greater cosmic community. Yet, despite its profound teachings, the Urantia book remains a mystery. Some view it as a divine revelation, while others dismiss it as a product of human imagination. Regardless of its origin, the book challenges us to rethink our understanding of reality, urging us to question everything we thought we knew about the universe and our place within it. Conclusion: the ultimate question. In the end, the Urantia book leaves us with one central question: what is the true nature of reality, and what is our place in it? As we ponder this question, we are invited to look beyond the material world and explore the deeper dimensions of existence. The answers may lie not in what we know, but in the questions we ask. Perhaps, as the Urantia book suggests, humanity is on the cusp of a new era of spiritual awakening, where we will come to understand our true nature and our role in the grand cosmic design. The cosmic structure, a universe of order and purpose. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the Urantia book, we begin to understand the vastness and complexity of the cosmos it describes. Unlike the chaotic and random universe that many imagine, the Urantia book presents a meticulously organized and purposeful universe, one that is governed by intelligence far beyond human comprehension. The first striking revelation is the concept of the supreme reality, a central universe that is eternal and unchanging, a place of perfect order. Surrounding this central universe are 7 super-universes, each of which contains billions of inhabited worlds. Our own world, Urantia, Earth, is a tiny speck in this grand cosmic design, seemingly insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Yet, as the Urantia book explains, we are not alone in this vast universe. The Milky Way galaxy where Urantia resides is just one of countless galaxies in the cosmos, each teeming with life and activity. What stands out about the Urantia book is the way it describes the cosmic organization. The universe is not a random accident or an unpredictable set of events. Rather, it is a highly organized system, where every being, from the lowest orders of life to the highest celestial intelligences, plays a crucial role in the development and evolution of the universe. The book describes spiritual beings who oversee the universe, ensuring that the order of things is maintained. These beings are categorized into different levels, with each level having a specific role in maintaining the cosmic plan. The highest of these beings, the Ancients of Days, are the rulers of the super-universes, presiding over vast regions of the cosmos. Beneath them are creator sons, such as Jesus Christ, who are responsible for the creation and evolution of planetary systems like ours. In this cosmology, everything has its place, and every being is part of a larger, divine plan. It is a vision of the universe that is far beyond our ordinary understanding, one that proposes a universe where life is not random, but follows a divine order and purpose. This vision of the universe offers a profound and awe-inspiring view of existence. The spiritual hierarchy, guardians of the universe. One of the most captivating aspects of the Urantia book is its detailed description of the spiritual hierarchy that governs the cosmos. According to the book, the universe is not simply a vast, empty space filled with random celestial bodies. It is a living, breathing organism, organized and governed by a hierarchy of spiritual beings who oversee its evolution. These beings are not mere figures in the background of the universe. They are active participants in the development of life and the spiritual progression of all beings. The Urantia book speaks of Melchizedek, who are spiritual instructors that guide planets through their spiritual evolution. They are responsible for teaching beings on developing worlds like Earth the lessons of divine truth and spiritual wisdom. Another fascinating group of spiritual beings mentioned in the book are the seraphim, who are spiritual guardians of souls. These beings protect and guide individual souls as they progress through their spiritual journey, ensuring that they stay on the right path toward eventual union with the Supreme Being. The Urantia book also discusses the role of Creator sons, such as Jesus Christ, who are responsible for overseeing the creation and evolution of entire planetary systems. These beings are not simply divine figures. They are creators who experience life as humans in order to better understand the beings they have created. Their mission is not only to create life, but to guide and nurture it towards spiritual perfection. These spiritual beings are not distant or abstract figures, but active participants in the workings of the universe. They are the guardians of the cosmos, ensuring that the divine plan unfolds as it should. For those who read the Urantia book, these celestial beings are not mere figments of imagination, but real, living entities that shape the fate of the universe. The spiritual evolution of humanity, our cosmic journey. The Urantia book provides a vision of humanity that is radically different from traditional religious perspectives. Rather than seeing humanity as a mere byproduct of chance, the book offers a profound understanding of our place in the cosmic order. According to the book, we are not simply inhabitants of a small, isolated planet. We are part of a vast, interconnected universe, playing an important role in the evolution of both the physical and spiritual worlds. The key to understanding humanity's role in the cosmos lies in the concept of spiritual evolution. According to the Urantia book, just as the physical universe evolves, so too do the souls of individual beings. Humanity is in the early stages of this spiritual evolution, still grappling with selfishness, ignorance, and materialism. However, the book suggests that we are on the brink of a great spiritual awakening, one that will propel humanity toward a higher level of consciousness and understanding. The journey of spiritual evolution is not just an individual process, it is a collective one. The book asserts that the spiritual progress of humanity will be a global effort, requiring each person to awaken to their inner divine spark and align with the higher principles governing the universe. In this journey, individuals will encounter challenges, but they will also experience moments of profound transformation as they advance towards spiritual perfection. The Urantia book encourages readers to look beyond their immediate material concerns and recognize the higher purpose of life. It asks us to consider the role we play in the grand cosmic design and to actively participate in the spiritual evolution of the world. For those who embrace this vision, the journey of life becomes not just a struggle for survival, but a quest for meaning and purpose in the larger cosmic scheme. The role of Jesus Christ, a cosmic teacher. Perhaps the most controversial aspect of the Urantia book is its depiction of Jesus Christ. In traditional Christian theology, Jesus is viewed as the Son of God who came to earth to die for the sins of humanity. The Urantia book offers a radically different perspective. According to the book, Jesus is not just a divine figure who came to earth to sacrifice himself for humanity's sins. Instead, he is a creator son, a being who incarnated as a human to experience life as we do and understand the struggles of those he created. Jesus' mission was not to die for our sins, but to show us the way to spiritual evolution. His life serves as an example of how we too can evolve spiritually and ultimately attain union with the divine. The Urantia book presents a detailed biography of Jesus, covering his childhood, travels, and teachings. Unlike the canonical Gospels, which focus mainly on his public ministry, the Urantia book provides a much broader view of Jesus' life, including his relationships with his family, his spiritual struggles, and even his travels to places like Egypt and India, where he may have encountered other spiritual traditions. This portrayal of Jesus challenges traditional Christian teachings, especially the idea of Jesus' death as a necessary sacrifice for humanity's sins. Instead, the Urantia book suggests that Jesus' death was a tragic event caused by human fear and ignorance, and not a part of a divine plan for salvation. His true mission, according to the book, was to demonstrate how to live in harmony with the divine presence within us and to lead humanity towards spiritual enlightenment. Conclusion: the cosmic revelation. The Urantia book presents a radically different view of the universe, God, and humanity. It challenges traditional religious teachings and offers a new perspective on spiritual evolution, suggesting that the universe is a living organism, governed by spiritual beings who guide the development of life. It invites us to look beyond our immediate concerns and recognize the larger, cosmic picture that we are all a part of. For those who embrace its teachings, the Urantia book offers a profound spiritual journey, a journey that will lead to a deeper understanding of our true nature and our role in the grand cosmic plan. Whether or not the book is a genuine revelation or a product of human imagination, it challenges us to question our understanding of reality and encourages us to embark on a journey of spiritual awakening. As we contemplate the mysteries of the cosmos, the Urantia book asks us to consider: what is the true nature of reality? What is our place in the universe? And how can we align ourselves with the divine plan that governs the cosmos? A spiritual awakening, the path to higher consciousness. As we continue our exploration of the Urantia book, one truth becomes increasingly apparent. Humanity is at a pivotal moment in its spiritual evolution. The Urantia book suggests that our world, Urantia, Earth, is still in its early stages of development. Unlike the more advanced civilizations scattered across the cosmos, humanity is still grappling with fundamental challenges: selfishness, materialism, and ignorance that prevent us from reaching our full spiritual potential. However, the book does not paint a picture of doom or despair. Rather, it offers an optimistic message. Humanity is on the verge of a spiritual awakening. According to the Urantia book, the world is currently undergoing a transition, a shift in consciousness that will lead us to a greater understanding of our true nature and purpose. But what does this spiritual awakening look like? How can humanity overcome its limitations and align itself with the divine principles governing the universe? The Urantia book offers a roadmap to this awakening, one that begins with the realization that we are not isolated beings, but part of a vast, interconnected universe. We are not alone in our spiritual journey. There are countless other beings, both human and divine, who are on similar paths, each contributing to the cosmic evolution. The first step in this spiritual awakening is to recognize the divine spark within. The book speaks of the thought adjuster, a fragment of divinity that resides within every human being. This divine presence is our guide, our inner compass, leading us towards spiritual enlightenment and union with the Supreme Being. By listening to this inner voice and aligning ourselves with divine will, we begin the process of spiritual evolution. The role of free will in spiritual growth. One of the most powerful messages of the Urantia book is the concept of free will. According to the book, each individual has the power to choose their path, to determine their spiritual destiny. While the universe is governed by divine laws and principles, it is up to each of us to decide whether we will align ourselves with these laws or resist them. This idea of free will is both empowering and humbling. It means that our spiritual growth is not determined by external forces, but by our own choices. We have the ability to shape our own destiny, to overcome our weaknesses and limitations, and to evolve spiritually. However, this power also comes with great responsibility. The Urantia book emphasizes that our choices have consequences, not only for ourselves but for the world around us. The path to spiritual enlightenment is not easy. It requires dedication, perseverance, and a willingness to confront our own flaws. The book encourages us to cultivate love, compassion, and understanding, qualities that will guide us toward unity with the divine. By embracing these virtues and aligning ourselves with divine will, we can begin to transcend the limitations of our material existence and progress toward spiritual perfection, the cosmic destiny of humanity. As the Urantia book presents a vision of humanity's spiritual evolution, it also offers a cosmic destiny for our species. According to the book, humanity is not destined to remain in the darkness of ignorance forever. The struggles we face today, violence, conflict, and materialism, are temporary obstacles on the path to a higher state of existence. The Urantia book describes a future where humanity will join the cosmic community of advanced civilizations. Just as other worlds in the super-universe are evolving spiritually, so too will Earth. The book suggests that, one day, humans will live in harmony with the divine and will take their place among the enlightened beings of the cosmos. This future, however, is not inevitable. It depends on our willingness to evolve spiritually and align with the divine order. In this vision, humanity's spiritual evolution is closely tied to its collective progress. The book emphasizes that we must work together as a global community to achieve this higher state of existence. This means transcending national, racial, and ideological divisions and embracing a common purpose, the spiritual ascension of the entire human race. Jesus Christ, the cosmic teacher and model of spiritual evolution. The Urantia book offers a radically new interpretation of the life and mission of Jesus Christ, portraying him as more than just a religious figure. According to the book, Jesus was a creator son, an incarnation of a higher being who took on human form to experience life as we do, and to guide humanity towards spiritual enlightenment. Rather than focusing on his death as a sacrificial act for the redemption of sins, the Urantia book emphasizes Jesus' life and teachings as the central aspect of his mission. Jesus came to earth not to die for our sins, but to show us the way to spiritual evolution. His life is presented as a model of how we can all evolve spiritually by embracing love, compassion, and truth. The book provides a detailed account of Jesus' life, including his childhood, travels, and spiritual development. Unlike traditional Christian texts that focus primarily on his public ministry, the Urantia book offers a fuller picture of Jesus' life, including his early years and the influences that shaped his teachings. This portrayal of Jesus offers a more holistic understanding of his mission, one that transcends traditional religious dogma and focuses on his role as a cosmic teacher and guide. The book's call for personal and collective transformation. The Urantia book challenges its readers to embark on a journey of personal and collective transformation. It calls on each of us to look inward, to recognize the divine spark within, and to commit to the path of spiritual evolution. This is not just a personal journey. It is a journey that involves the entire human race. In its pages, the book speaks of the importance of service to others, of recognizing the interconnectedness of all life, and of living according to the divine principles that govern the universe. It encourages us to strive for spiritual unity, both within ourselves and with others, in order to fulfill our cosmic destiny. The ultimate goal of this transformation is spiritual ascension, a journey that will lead us to a higher state of existence where we will be united with the divine. This ascension is not limited to individual souls, but involves the entire human race, as we collectively evolve toward a higher level of consciousness and understanding. The future of Urantia, Earth, a new age of enlightenment. The Urantia book paints a picture of a future Earth, a future where humanity will transcend its current limitations and join the cosmic community of enlightened civilizations. This new age, the book suggests, will be marked by peace, harmony, and spiritual unity. It will be a time when humanity will fully realize its divine potential and align with the cosmic purpose that governs the universe. This vision of the future is both hopeful and challenging. It requires us to look beyond our immediate concerns and focus on the larger cosmic picture. The book suggests that the transition to this new age will not be easy. It will require effort, sacrifice, and a deep commitment to spiritual growth. but it also offers hope, showing that we are not alone in this journey. The entire universe is watching and supporting our spiritual evolution. The Urantia book's challenge to our understanding of reality. Ultimately, the Urantia book challenges us to rethink our understanding of reality. It asks us to look beyond the material world and consider the spiritual dimensions of existence. It offers a new cosmology, one that reveals the deep order and purpose underlying the universe. It proposes that we are not simply random beings in a chaotic universe, but part of a grand cosmic plan with a higher purpose and destiny. The book invites us to explore the mysteries of the cosmos, to question the limitations of our understanding, and to embark on a journey of spiritual awakening. Whether or not you accept its teachings, the Urantia book offers a profound vision of what humanity could become, a vision that challenges our perceptions of reality and inspires us to reach for something greater. The final question: are we ready for this new age? As we reflect on the message of the Urantia book, we are faced with a crucial question. Are we ready for the spiritual transformation it describes? Are we ready to embrace the divine principles that govern the universe and align ourselves with the cosmic order? This question is not just for individuals, but for humanity as a whole. The Urantia book presents a vision of a future Earth that is both hopeful and challenging. It is a future where we have transcended our current limitations and joined the larger cosmic community. But this future is not guaranteed. It depends on our willingness to evolve spiritually and align with the divine will. The choice is ours. The path to spiritual evolution is open, but it is up to each of us to take the first step. The path forward, awakening to a higher consciousness. As we continue to explore the teachings of the Urantia book, one thing becomes clear. The journey to spiritual enlightenment is not just a personal pursuit, it is a collective endeavor. The Urantia book urges us to move beyond the confines of our individual concerns and recognize that the fate of humanity is intricately linked with the spiritual progress of every soul on this planet. We are not isolated beings, but interconnected parts of a greater cosmic design. This revelation calls us to rethink our approach to life and our relationship with others. It urges us to embrace love, not just as a feeling, but as a transformative force that can elevate our consciousness and propel us toward unity with the divine. The book emphasizes that unconditional love, compassion, and service to others are the key components of spiritual evolution. These virtues will be our guiding lights as we navigate the challenges that lie ahead. However, as we embark on this journey, we must also confront our own inner conflicts, our fears, our doubts, and the distractions that keep us from realizing our true potential. The Urantia book offers us tools for transformation, encouraging us to cultivate mindfulness, self-awareness, and personal responsibility as we work to align our will with the divine. The spiritual awakening described in the Urantia book is not just a theoretical concept. It is a practical process that begins within each individual and spreads outward to the community, society, and ultimately, the world. As we awaken to the reality of the divine spark within us, we can begin to make choices that reflect our true nature. Our actions, thoughts, and emotions will no longer be driven solely by selfish desires or material concerns, but will be guided by the higher principles that govern the cosmos. Building a new global consciousness. The Urantia book suggests that humanity's path forward lies in the development of a new global consciousness. This consciousness is not simply about technological progress or scientific discoveries. It is about the spiritual evolution of the collective human soul. In this new era, humanity will transcend its current limitations, moving beyond the divisions that separate us: race, nationality, religion, and ideology, and unite in a common purpose: the spiritual ascent of the entire human race. This shift in consciousness will require a redefinition of values. We will need to embrace a new understanding of what it means to live a meaningful life. The Urantia book calls for a shift away from materialism, which prioritizes wealth, power, and individual success, to a focus on spiritual growth and service to others. It is through service that we will find true fulfillment, and it is by living in harmony with the divine will that we will achieve peace, both within ourselves and in the world. The book also emphasizes the importance of education in this transformation. It speaks of a new kind of education, one that is not just concerned with intellectual development, but with the cultivation of wisdom, compassion, and spiritual insight. The goal of this education will be to help individuals understand their true nature and their role in the greater cosmic plan. As we evolve spiritually, we will begin to recognize that our destiny is not limited to the confines of Earth. We are part of a larger cosmic family, and our spiritual progress will eventually lead us to become active participants in the divine governance of the universe, the role of the individual in the cosmic plan. While the Urantia book presents a vision of collective evolution, it also places significant importance on the individual. Each person has a unique role to play in the grand cosmic plan. The book reminds us that we are not mere pawns in a vast cosmic game, but co-creators with the divine. We have been given the gift of free will, and it is through the choices we make that we shape our spiritual destiny. The journey of spiritual growth is not linear, and there will be setbacks along the way. The Urantia book acknowledges the difficulties and challenges that come with this process, but it also offers hope. It reassures us that no one is ever truly lost. Every soul has the potential to evolve, and the divine spark within each of us is always guiding us towards spiritual perfection. One of the key themes of the Urantia book is the concept of personal responsibility. It encourages us to take full responsibility for our actions and decisions, understanding that our choices have far-reaching consequences. In this way, we can actively participate in our own spiritual evolution and contribute to the greater cosmic plan. The ultimate goal, union with the divine. The ultimate goal of spiritual evolution, according to the Urantia book, is union with the divine. This is the highest aspiration for any soul, to become fully one with the Supreme Being and to participate in the divine governance of the universe. This union is not a distant dream, but a very real and attainable goal. The Urantia book describes the spiritual journey as one of ascension, a process through which the soul progresses from one level of existence to another, moving closer and closer to the divine. Each soul's journey is unique, and the path to spiritual perfection is different for everyone. However, the Urantia book outlines a process of gradual spiritual evolution, one that begins with recognizing the divine spark within and progresses through a series of steps that lead to greater and greater spiritual insight. This ascension is not limited to individual souls. The book suggests that, as humanity evolves spiritually, we will eventually become co-creators with the divine, contributing to the evolution of other worlds and civilizations. This is the ultimate destiny of every human being, to evolve spiritually and to take our place in the divine plan of the universe. The future of humanity, a new era of peace and enlightenment. The Urantia book offers an optimistic vision of the future. It suggests that humanity is on the brink of a new era of peace and enlightenment, an era in which we will transcend our current limitations and live in harmony with the divine. This vision of the future is one of unity, where the divisions that have separated us for centuries, racial, national, religious, will no longer exist. Instead, we will live as one global family, united by a common purpose, the spiritual evolution of all beings. In this new era, the Urantia book envisions a world where justice, love, and truth govern every aspect of life. There will be no more wars, no more suffering, and no more inequality. Humanity will live in harmony with the divine will, and our spiritual progress will lead us to a state of universal peace. This vision of the future is not just a pipe dream, it is an achievable goal, but it requires a shift in consciousness. It requires that we each take responsibility for our spiritual evolution and commit to the process of personal and collective transformation. If we can align ourselves with the divine principles that govern the universe, we can bring about the new age of enlightenment that the Urantia book promises. A call to action. Embrace your divine potential. As we reflect on the teachings of the Urantia book, we are called to action. We are asked to awaken to our true nature, to recognize the divine spark within us, and to take responsibility for our spiritual growth. This is not just a personal journey, it is a collective effort that requires each of us to contribute to the greater good. The Urantia book challenges us to go beyond our material concerns and to focus on our spiritual evolution. It invites us to embrace love, compassion, and service to others, knowing that it is through these virtues that we will ultimately find fulfillment and spiritual enlightenment. The future of humanity is in our hands. The Urantia book offers us a vision of what we can become: a spiritually enlightened race, living in harmony with the divine and the universe. It is up to each of us to take the first step on this journey of spiritual awakening. The ultimate question: what lies beyond our understanding? As we reach the final stages of our exploration into the Urantia book, a crucial question lingers. What lies beyond our current understanding of the universe? The Urantia book challenges us to look beyond the limits of our senses, beyond the boundaries of science and religion, and to embark on a journey of spiritual discovery that goes far beyond anything we have previously imagined. In traditional religions, the nature of God and the universe is often seen through the lens of faith and belief, while science focuses on empirical evidence and observable facts. However, the Urantia book presents a unique fusion of science and spirituality. It invites us to view the cosmos as a living, intelligent organism, governed not only by physical laws, but also by spiritual principles that are just as real and essential as the material world we perceive. The key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe, according to the Urantia book, lies in our ability to expand our consciousness and see beyond the immediate and the material. It is a call for a deeper understanding of reality, one that goes beyond our conventional notions of time, space, and matter. To truly understand the universe, we must look not just at the stars and the galaxies, but within ourselves, to the divine spark that resides in each of us. Humanity's divine potential, a call to spiritual awakening. The Urantia book presents a radical vision for humanity, one in which we recognize our divine potential and live in harmony with the cosmic order. According to the book, we are not simply humans living on a tiny planet in a vast, indifferent universe. We are divine beings in the process of spiritual evolution, gradually progressing toward our highest state of being. The ultimate goal of this journey is to achieve union with the Supreme Being, the source of all life, and the ultimate expression of divinity. To achieve this goal, the Urantia book urges us to embrace our spiritual nature. It calls for a shift in consciousness, one in which we no longer see ourselves as isolated individuals, but as part of a greater, interconnected whole. Our lives, our actions, and our choices are all part of a much larger cosmic plan, one that involves the spiritual evolution of every soul in the universe. This vision of humanity is one of profound hope. It suggests that despite the struggles and conflicts that we face in the world today, there is a higher purpose to our existence. The Urantia book reminds us that we are not defined by our past mistakes or our material struggles. We are defined by the divine spark within us, and it is this spark that will guide us to a higher state of existence. The role of free will in spiritual growth. The concept of free will plays a central role in the spiritual evolution described in the Urantia book. According to the book, each of us is given the power to choose our path, to decide our own spiritual destiny. We are not passive recipients of a predetermined fate, but active participants in the unfolding of our own lives. This idea of free will is both empowering and humbling. It means that we have the power to shape our own future, to overcome our limitations and evolve spiritually. At the same time, it also means that we are responsible for the choices we make. Every decision we make, no matter how small, has a profound impact on our spiritual journey. The Urantia book encourages us to make choices that reflect our divine nature. It calls for us to live with purpose and intention, guided by the divine will. The book emphasizes that we must choose love, compassion, and truth as the guiding principles of our lives. These are the values that will lead us to spiritual enlightenment and ultimate union with the divine. The cosmic community, our place in the universe. As the Urantia book reveals, humanity is not an isolated species living in a random corner of the cosmos. We are part of a vast cosmic community, one that spans across billions of inhabited worlds and countless civilizations. According to the book, the universe is a living, interconnected whole, and humanity plays an important role in this grand design. The book paints a picture of a cosmic family, where beings from different worlds and civilizations are all united by a common purpose: the spiritual evolution of all life. We are not alone in the universe. And our spiritual journey is not isolated from the journey of other beings in the cosmos. The Urantia book describes how higher intelligences, spiritual beings, and creator sons are actively guiding the development of planets like Earth. As we progress spiritually, we will eventually join this larger cosmic community, contributing to the divine plan that governs all of creation. This vision of the cosmic community challenges our conventional understanding of the universe. It invites us to see beyond the confines of our own planet and recognize that we are part of something far greater, an eternal, living universe that is unfolding according to a divine plan. The promise of a new age, spiritual awakening for all. The Urantia book holds a promise for the future, a promise of a new age in which humanity will transcend its current limitations and achieve spiritual enlightenment. This new age, according to the book, will be marked by peace, unity, and spiritual maturity. It will be a time when humanity will no longer be divided by the forces of fear, hate, and materialism. Instead, we will live in harmony with the divine principles that govern the universe, and our lives will be guided by love, truth, and service to others. The book envisions a global transformation, one in which every individual awakens to their true spiritual nature and aligns themselves with the divine will. This transformation will not happen overnight. It will require patience, dedication, and perseverance. But it is a transformation that is inevitable, according to the Urantia book. Humanity is on the brink of spiritual awakening, and the future holds the promise of a new era of enlightenment. Embracing our divine mission, the role of each soul. As we reflect on the teachings of the Urantia book, we are reminded of the divine mission that lies before us. Each soul has a unique purpose, and it is through the fulfillment of this purpose that we can contribute to the greater cosmic plan. The book encourages us to embrace our divine mission, whatever it may be, and to live in accordance with the higher principles of love and service. The journey of spiritual evolution is not an easy one. It requires us to confront our own flaws and limitations, and to overcome the obstacles that stand in our way. But the Urantia book assures us that we are not alone on this journey. We are supported by the divine, by spiritual beings who are guiding us every step of the way. This message of hope and encouragement is at the heart of the Urantia book. It challenges us to embrace our divine potential, to recognize that we are part of something much greater than ourselves, and to commit ourselves to the journey of spiritual growth and enlightenment. The final revelation, a new beginning for humanity. In the end, the Urantia book offers a final revelation. The journey of humanity is far from over. We are still in the early stages of our spiritual evolution, and there is much yet to be discovered. The path to enlightenment is long and challenging, but it is also filled with hope and promise. Each of us has a part to play in this cosmic drama, and the choices we make today will shape the future of humanity. The book invites us to step forward into the unknown, to embrace the mysteries of the universe, and to awaken to the divine potential that lies within each of us. Whether or not we accept the teachings of the Urantia book, its message is clear. The time for spiritual awakening has arrived, and it is up to us to answer the call. The journey continues. The ultimate mystery awaits. As we conclude our journey through the Urantia book, we are left with a sense of wonder, awe, and anticipation. The book has revealed to us a new vision of the universe, one that is alive with purpose, governed by divine intelligence, and filled with limitless potential. Yet, despite the profound truths it offers, there is still so much we do not know, so many mysteries yet to be uncovered. The Urantia book invites us to step into the unknown, to embrace the vastness of the cosmos and the depths of our own spiritual potential. But the journey does not end here. The answers we seek may not come all at once, and the path to spiritual enlightenment is long and complex. However, each step we take brings us closer to understanding the true nature of reality and our place within it. As we ponder the teachings of the Urantia book, we must ask ourselves, what comes next? How will we apply these teachings in our lives? What role will we play in the larger cosmic plan? The book suggests that the answers lie not in the pages of any single work, but in the ongoing journey of self-discovery, spiritual growth, and service to others. The ultimate mystery remains: what is humanity's true destiny? Will we awaken to our divine potential and rise to meet the challenges of a new era? Or will we falter, lost in the material distractions of the world? The choice is ours. The journey is ours to undertake. And so, the story continues.